Hey everyone, Mateo from the Hub World here with another Game Haul update. As you know, I'm building up a video game collection, but today's episode is not really focused on games. Yes, there are games that I've added since the last video, but there's a lot of other things, including merch that I bought on our recent trip to Super Nintendo World, some big items, some small items, and everything in between. So if you like this series and want to see more, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Hub World for more updates. I believe we're going to be doing a more in-depth discussion about our trip and other events going on in the video game industry, as well as the really badly kept secret right now, which is there's probably a Nintendo Direct that is going to happen next week, or I guess the week of this video being posted. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be the next core episode of the Hub World podcast. But anyways, with that being said, I'm going to start off where we finished last video, and that is with The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So the first big Nintendo release since the last episode was The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for Switch. Now, I didn't just get the game. This actually is part of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Collector's Edition. We got this at a midnight launch. I pre-ordered it the second it was available, and everything inside here, the steelbook, the pin set, the metal poster, it's all sealed. I just took the game out and played it immediately. I was able to look at Jules's collector's edition because I believe he opened his, and I saw all the pins and things like that, and it was quite nice. But I am trying to keep this in pristine condition for as long as possible. It's such a beautiful box. I love the artwork on it. But the Tears of the Kingdom stuff does not end there. I'm just going to move this off to the side because I need all the space I can get. Also at the midnight launch, I was able to get a mini Tears of the Kingdom poster, which is in fantastic shape, and it's beautiful art. And then 2 Tears of the Kingdom postcards that I also... I'm never going to mail these. I don't know where I'm going to put them to keep them safe. But yeah, I've done a decent job so far. And then as well, the pre-order bonus was the Tears of the Kingdom pin set. This was exclusive to GameStop in Canada, and you can see Link and Zelda in that beautiful artwork, and then this same box art is on the back. I really like these. Nintendo does really good jobs with pins. And then also got the Tears of the Kingdom Pro Controller, and the Pro Controller is an amazing controller, and just put Zelda stuff on it, and it's even more amazing. And yeah, there's that. And then here's the actual controller itself, if anyone cares to see that. I'm sure you've seen it a million times by now. So that's the controller. And then, I'm trying to think. Oh yes, duh. The biggest thing, I got the OLED. I upgraded my Switch, my launch Switch, because the fans started making really loud noises, and it was time for a change. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna take the gamble. I bet Nintendo's not gonna release their new system this year, and I am right. They are probably not doing it until the end of next year. So I'm gonna put this here and then just show off the console quickly. Here's the dock. The dock is fantastic. I love the way it shines. I love the white Switch OLED dock, to be honest with you, and like the curved edges. It's a way nicer product. And then here's the big boy himself. I actually don't use these Joy-Cons. I prefer the Skyward Sword HD Joy-Cons better. Like, to me, that's my I make a joke, that's my Zelda Special Edition Switch with those Joy-Cons. Like, these are nice. I like the gold, but the other side is not gold. So if it was all like this, similar to the Skyward Sword Wii Remote, if you guys remember that, that would be ideal for me. But at least I can preserve these for a little longer if I don't use them. So I'm just going to clear this area out because it is an absolute mess right now. And then we will get on to... Oh, actually, forgot. Because I put these with the other amiibos. But I did get the Tears of the Kingdom Link amiibo. And it's very nice. Amiibos get nicer and nicer every single time. The detail is incredible on this amiibo. I'm really happy with it. And then in the next episode, we will have the Tears of the Kingdom Zelda and Ganondorf amiibos to show. So anyways, now I'm going to move everything out of the way and get on to the next editions. Alright, next up is amiibos, and aside from the Tears of the Kingdom Link, the only two amiibos that I've added to my collection this time around is the Pyra and Mythra amiibos for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, I'm not much of a Xenoblade fan, but I like Pyra and Mythra. Hopefully, these are not the last two Smash Bros. Amiibos that I'll be adding to my collection. I really hope that Sora gets made, so then we'll have the entire Smash Bros. Roster, and I'll be able to show my amiibo collection once it's complete. So I got these two here. And then quickly, just some other Switch game editions aside from Tears of the Kingdom. I picked up on sale, I got Kirby and the... well, I was about to say Forgotten Land. Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I actually just finished this and the Megalore Epilogue, and it was such a blast. Like, this is one of the best 2D Kirby games ever made. Then I also got Pikmin 4, and speaking of greatest games ever made, this is legitimately one of my favorite games I've played in a very, very, very long time. It's probably my favorite Switch game since Mario Odyssey. I never finished a Pikmin game before this because I just felt it was so tedious, but I absolutely adored Pikmin 4. To get my full impressions on it, I'm going to put a link here for our Pikmin podcast that we did. Jules and I talked about everything in Pikmin 4, and that was fantastic. And to go with that, I actually got my Pikmin 4 pre-order coaster set. Now, these are terrible quality, but my boy Ochi's on there. Look at that face. Ochi is the best. I absolutely adore him. I'm just going to keep Ochi here for a while. And then the last game I picked up was kind of a impulse buy because of how much it was on sale. But I was able to pick up Live Alive for half price. I just finished playing Sea of Stars, and I adored that game as well. And I wanted to play another sort of JRPG type game, and this I've heard amazing things. It was sort of like the Lost Square Enix game that everyone talked about for a long time. And I'm just really interested about like all the time periods and stuff you can go to. I've heard a lot of really good things about it. So, and it's not like a super long JRPG, because that's been my typically that's been my Achilles heel with JRPGs. Like if they're really, really, really long, I just won't play them. But so yeah, these plus Tears of the Kingdom were my physical additions to my Switch collection. I'm just gonna move these over here. And then I got some My Nintendo rewards that I've added recently. I got the Splatoon Cross The Legend of Zelda Splatfest pins. Unfortunately, my team, Team Courage, lost. I believe it was a complete sweep by Team Power. Yeah, this is just really cool. I love it when Splatoon crosses over with other franchises for Splatfest. Like, if you remember from Splatoon 1, they did like SpongeBob versus Patrick, Autobots versus Decepticons. They did Pokemon. They've done so many different ones. I actually have the Team Autobot shirt from PAX 2015. That was really cool. But yeah, these are fantastic. I'm looking forward to the Splatoon DLC that'll probably get shown off in the upcoming Nintendo Direct, because Splatoon 3 is such a fantastic game. And I'm going to actually keep these pins sealed. Sorry, not these pins, the keychains sealed. So, and even like all the film and stuff, I'm keeping them completely pristine. So these are going to go back into the box that I keep all my Nintendo rewards in. Also, I actually finally got the Smash Bros. Letter set. I had a bunch of platinum coins burning a hole in my wallet that were going to expire. So that's why I got these in my Nintendo rewards. I was meaning to buy these for a long time. Like, these kind of have like a embossed effect, these stamps. I really like that. But yeah, I'm not going to open these. These are staying sealed. Not much more to say about that. And then finally, I got the Metroid Prime Remastered Mega or Jumbo Pin Set, or whatever they call it. It was really brutal to get these, because of the cost or anything like that, but just there was an error or something on my my Nintendo account, and it could not let me add these to cart. So I actually had to get Gino to, I had to like earn 900 platinum coins in a day and then get Gino to cash them in on these. But yeah, these are amazing. Metroid Prime Remaster is such a fantastic game, such a great update of an amazing game. And these are really, really, really big. Like, what can I use for scale here? Here's the Link amiibo for scale. Like, the Samus pin is just so big. And this is also a pin too. Like, the logo is a pin itself. So, yeah, great addition to my Nintendo. This is a must-buy, in my opinion, for any Metroid fan. It's just that good. And then, finally, I do have my Nintendo Power collection. And I was able to add a issue of Nintendo Power, the Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks issue. My dear friend, I will not name his name, but he knows who he is. He's a frequent watcher on the Hub World. He gifted this to me. It was really, really nice of him. And as well, his brother, also my friend, he recently went to Japan. So he brought me back this Nintendo Tokyo bag. And it's like, I'm going to just talk about a bag. I can't believe I'm talking about this, but this is a very nice bag. Look at this. It's like an amazing... Gino's laughing at me off screen, but like it's got the Nintendo Tokyo tape on here. I'm keeping that sealed. Like, I am he knows how much of a collector I am. He got me a Pokemon keychain, but I actually misplaced it. It would have been in this video as well, but when my friend gifted me this, he put the keychain and the Nintendo Power issue in here. It was a bit of an ordeal to take it out, but yeah, this is like... no joke. He brought me the bag. I'm like, I'm so happy you brought me this bag. I love it. So, anyways, notice how we've barely talked about any games. So, I do have some games I'm going to be showing now. So, I'm just going to quickly tidy this up and talk about some games. All right, next up, we have some Nintendo 64 games. First of all, this is a one-off because it's the only North American game I got. It's pretty fitting, actually, recently. I got Gex 64. Like, no joke, a couple weeks after I got this game, there was the Gex revival that was announced, so it's pretty fitting. Yeah, it's in pretty good condition for a loose copy. There's no real reason why I bought this. It's just because, I guess, I never owned or played a Gex game before, and he's kind of like this lost icon of, if you can even call him an icon, of the N64, PS1 era. So I got this. We'll see how it is. If it's okay, then I might get the other games. So I'll put that there. Notice I just kept Ochi in the corner. And then Adriano and Sarah went to, I believe it was Anime Revo. Anyways, in Los Angeles. They went to a convention, a very big anime convention. And they had a store there. And Adriano picked me up Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo 64. Yes, in Japanese. And why would I buy this? Well, there he is. Banjo is on here. Diddy Kong Racing, as I said before many times, was Banjo's very first appearance in a video game, and this game is incredible. It is complete in box, and just to compare it with my North American complete in box copy of Diddy Kong Racing that I already owned, the box art, honestly, I think is better for the Japanese version. I believe this is the strategy guide, or it's artwork on the Diddy Kong Racing strategy guide. But yeah, these are both complete. I'm not going to open them because like this, it's a very standard version of the game. It's not like the Ocarina of Time one where it had the songbook that you could use. It's just all the generic inserts are in here. The artwork on the box is the main thing you're buying for in these. But yeah, my all-time favorite N64 kart racer, Diddy Kong Racing. So next up, I'm going to move these out of the way. Talk about some DS and 3DS. And like I say every single time, I don't know why I collect for these systems. It's ridiculously expensive. I know, like, I'm obviously not paying full price for these games, but the high-end stuff is high-end for a reason. So anyways, we'll start off with 3DS because I guess they're the lesser editions. Picked up Chibi Robo Ziplash. I paid, I think, $4 for it. It's not that valuable of a game, but here it is, Chibi Robo Ziplash. Apparently the most, like, mediocre platformer Nintendo's ever made, but I like Chibi Robo for what it's worth. I hope he stays in the Nintendo pantheon, because I'm sure there's a good game that could be had with him somewhere. It's just, they always put him in the wrong genre, or his genre that the original game is in is just too random, to be honest with you. But they tried the platformer out, it didn't work, so maybe they try something else with Chibi Robo. Next up, actually Jules gifted this to me, Mario Sports Superstars for 3DS. I never bought this for whatever reason, actually. Like, a lot of late 3DS games, I just chose not to buy because I was, I guess, too busy playing Breath of the Wild or something, and I'm like, I'm done with my 3DS. But this is one of them. It's not that amazing. Like, the soccer is nowhere near Mario Strikers. The baseball is not like Mario Baseball. The tennis is kind of like Mario Tennis, and I believe there's horse racing and golf, but the golf is also like, I don't think it's like Mario Golf, but and it has the Mario amiibo card. I believe you got a random amiibo card when you bought this game, but the one Jules got was Mario playing soccer. But yeah, might dabble with this. I don't know. I just heard it's also like a meh game. But anyways, it's a first-party game I did not have for 3DS, so that's why I needed it. And I couldn't find it anywhere, actually, so that's why he gifted it to me. And then lastly, a steal, actually, I got. Like this, I don't know why it was priced so low at my local game store, but Mario Golf World Tour. I could have bought this game when Target went out of business in Canada for next to nothing, but I don't know why I didn't buy it. I paid $30 for this, and somewhere in one of these corners, I'm going to have the price of what it's worth. It's complete, and remember, complete for most 3DS games is literally just this. So, this is, I heard, the best Mario Golf game, and it does have DLC, but unfortunately I don't think I can download it anymore with the eShop closing. But yeah, I heard this is incredible, and I actually really want to play this. I wasn't super fond of Mario Golf on Switch, so maybe this will be the Mario Golf game that I think as like the real sequel to Mario Golf 64, because 64, in my opinion, is the best, just because of the mini golf alone. So these are the 3 3DS games I picked up. I'm still keeping my eye out for a few other games for the system, but I had my eye on Chibi Robo for a long time. This was the one, I think the last 4 times I've been to the store, it was there, and I'm like, you know what? They discounted it a little bit, I'll buy it. So, yeah. Moving these over here. And then, for the Nintendo DS, picked up 2 games. Actually, I picked up a game and a case. First of all, this is actually, I gifted this for Gino for his birthday, but he gave me permission to show it in the video, because it's going into our collection. Chrono Trigger for DS. I got this for, I believe it was 50 or 60 bucks under value. It is complete in box. The manual's in immaculate condition. Everything works. And I think a week or so after I bought this, the rumors of the previous Nintendo Direct came out where they're like, oh, they'll be remastering a SNES Classic. And this is the definitive version of Chrono Trigger from what I hear, and if Chrono Trigger was that game, I would have been so upset because I knew this game will drop in price if and when a remaster gets announced. So, but for the time being, this has held its value. It's actually gone up in price a little bit, so it was a bit of a smart buy. But eventually, games when they go down in price, like because of a port or a remaster or a remake, they will make their way back up. But yeah. This is a fantastic game from what I hear. Because I played Sea of Stars, I might play this as well. But yeah, this is technically Gino's because I did gift it to him. And then the last game I got for DS was the case and manual for Pokemon Soul Silver, because I had another loose copy of Soul Silver that I just then put in here, and now I have a complete in-box copy. This is the American version of Soul Silver, by the way. I can tell because the manual isn't as glossy. And when I bought this, I had to really do my research. And yeah, because I thought it was a fake manual, but no. They changed their paper when they made these manuals in the States. So if you have one that feels like just regular like printer paper or something, it probably is real. And because this says not for resale, this was actually bundled with the Pokewalker. So that's something also I learned. But yeah, I got the cartridge a long time ago at a thrift store for, I think this was like $5. I paid $60 for the case. So $65 in, and I believe this is like a minimum, like around $200 game. So I'd say that's a steal for Pokemon Soul Silver because, in my opinion, these are the best Pokemon RPGs ever made, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Generation 2, I think, game-wise, is the best value because it's both regions, and this is just the best version of arguably the best generation of Pokemon. So, Pokemon Soul Silver. Now, I'm going to move everything out of the way here for our last segment, which is all about Super Nintendo World. Alright, so for the Super Nintendo World portion of this video, got a few items that we picked up as souvenirs on our trip to Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood. First of all, bag report. This bag is not as good as the one from the Nintendo store in Tokyo, but it is nice. We got a lot of characters on here. There's Mount Beanpole. This is just the generic, like, Universal Studios Super Nintendo World Resort bag. When the one in Orlando is done, I'm sure they're going to add Orlando to the bottom here. And the other side is just, it's the exact same with all your favorite Mushroom Kingdom characters. So I'm just going to move this out of the way because it's just a bag at the end of the day. But, speaking of bags, got another bag, but this time there's stuff in this bag. So, this is the small version of a bag that you get at Super Nintendo World, but this time there are things inside of it. First of all, we have power-up bands. This one is Gino's Mario Power-Up Band and my Luigi Power-Up Band. We did use these on our trip. We opened them. But because there's no really use to them anymore until we go back, we put them back in the package to put them on display. We didn't really use the power-up bands that much. Like, we obviously scanned them on the ride. We hit a few question blocks and did a few things, but after you leave Super Nintendo World, there's really no utility. Like, you can carry over your coins that you accumulated, I think, into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I got everything in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already, so... but these are just collectibles and nice sort of discussion pieces if I show anyone my collection, as there in this video. And then I also got a pin to commemorate my visit. Here it is. The Super Nintendo World pin with Mario on there. It's actually a very, very good quality pin. I believe this was like $8 US. And it's like a velvety background. It's a very, very nice pin. It's very nicely presented as well. And then I got a shirt, but I'm not going to take my shirt off and show it here. It's just this black shirt with the Super Nintendo World logo. And I also got a new hat. I wasn't planning on buying a hat there because when we were at Disney, I'm like, I'm going to wait up and buy stuff after we come back from Super Nintendo World, because if there's something that really catches my eye, I'm not going to buy two hats. So so we went to the store at Universal Studios and I found this Luigi hat to go with my Luigi power-up band. I love this hat. It's got the Super Nintendo World patch on the side. And even the logo is like, it's raised. It's not like one patch. It's like actually like raised and sewn on there. Really nice. This is one of my go-to hats now. It's my first Nintendo hat, honestly, in my collection. So I will be wearing this. It's not just going to be a thing to show off. I bought it because of its utility. So like, I really, really like this hat. And then like Gino also got a shirt. Like, we got a few things. I may be showing some video of our trip and some pictures of our trip in our trip discussion. So look forward to that. That'll probably be presented in a podcast form. But yeah, this was my video game collection haul, I guess, from May to now. I'll probably be doing another video coming up probably in the fall, because we're going to do our game store crawl in the coming weeks. Plus, I got some stuff coming in the mail as well. So please look forward to that. And also, like I said, look forward to our couple episodes of the Hub World podcast coming up, a Nintendo Direct coming up, and all that. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the Hub World for more content. I appreciate you all watching this. Have a good one. Take care. See you next time.